Alright, good morning. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Just wanted to show you the panoramic here. This is stone's throw away from my house here. Well, you have to throw it pretty hard, but analogy aside, beautiful. There's a bird saying hello. So, weekly update time on the peppers. I figured I'd start with this location first this morning. I'm showing you the progress of all my babies here. I'm thinking I might just leave these 6 and not bring any more up here. We'll make the rounds here. First, the ricotta, steady growth. It's not getting really big, but it's looking very healthy still. I'm not sure if it'll get any pods on it. We'll see. It'll be up here for at least another couple of months yet. And next is the Apache. It does have a few small pods forming on it, you can see. And there's another one right here. And I think it might have, yeah, there's one more right here. So, a little production out of it. And onto the yellow-orange bird pepper, frutescens, looking really nice. Not a lot of bushy growth coming out of the sides now. No flower buds yet. Its counterpart at my house is like 2 or 3 times this tall and still hasn't flowered either, so we'll see if that gets any pods on it. And onto the Cantina yellow, which, as you can see, is flowering. So I'll just give it a dusting, see if I can pollinate this flower here. And there's another flower bud here that hasn't opened yet. And the teal, looking nice. It's got a lot of flowers on it. Some of them haven't opened yet. Some of them have turned to small pods now. But it's going to be a good producer because its buddy at my house is just taken off. It's got dozens of pods on it. You'll see. I'll do a feature on my heavy producers. And this one, you can see it's got a lot of flower buds or flowers on it. Not sure if any of them have turned to pods yet. But we'll see in a couple months how this little one's doing. So there we are. Alright, so I'll see you at my mother's in a brief moment here. Alright, here we are at my mom's. Peach butt. I just pollinated a few flowers before I started filming. So it's looking pretty good, but that's okay. Lemon drop looking badass. Tons of flowers pollinated that are just now the petals falling off. A few bigger pods here. Right there. Right here. So it's steady producer, not as heavy as the ones at my house, but that's okay. And Todd, if you're watching this part, got some good news for you. My Congo orange is doing well. Here's one pod forming right here, and there's another one right in here. Oh, never mind. That was one that fell off. But here's the big pod. Looking nice, steady growth. Got a bunch more flower buds yet to open. So, good news on that front. Let's go over here. My Tasmanian red, it got sick with these. See this? I don't want to pull all the leaves off of it, even though it does have spots on it. Right down in here, nice purple flower. Pollinated that. If I get one pod off this, I'll be happy. Just so I can try them out and then get any seeds out of them that are viable. And here is my Cheyenne. We can see the bam. Looking nice. And here's number 2, big boy. And number 3, big boy. Then there's a few smaller ones, like this one right here. And a few other tiny ones. So, good news on that. And here's the orange Amazon. Sorry, Roland, if you're watching this part. This is another one that got sick. There may be a pod or two on it by season's end. I'm hoping that there is, but it's not looking all that great. Now moving along here, orange manzano. Ooh, can you see that gorgeous purple pubescens flower? I got a few more that are like this one, might open within the next few days. So, yay, pollinated that. We got the red 7 pot. Lots of flower buds, but nothing opening yet. That's another one that's got a really long season, so I'm not getting impatient yet. And finally, the Moruga Scorpion, again, some flower buds, but nothing opened yet. Peach butt and white butt coming earlier, so that's cool. So there we are. Tour of the plants here at my mom's. I'll see you at my house in a brief moment. Alright, good evening. I decided upon further examination of this morning, since it was too hectic, to film the last portion of my video here this evening. It's about 6:45, so there's a panoramic shot, and then I'm going to do separate little snippets here of select plants that have a lot of pods or a lot of flowers, etc. So here we go. Okay, so here we are sitting among the insanity of the purple UFOs. These are just absolutely gorgeous. Now that they're starting to flower, especially, look at, here's the view from below. Beautiful purple flowers. Look at these things. I love these flowers on this. It's an annuum I got from Chris Phillips over on the hot pepper. And yeah, it's really nice. It had a little bit of a rough patch, but it's pulling through. Here's 1 pod, 2 pod, red pod, blue pod. No, I'm just kidding. Here's another one. This is when it's starting to turn purple. They're really cool looking. They're almost heart-shaped some of the time. And here's the other big boy. Ooh, looking nice. Look at those. And I think there's a few other small ones here and there. There's tons of flowers on this though. And there's a few small pods on this other plant, but yeah, this is going to be a good producer by the time all is said and done, you can see. And speaking of good producers, I'm going to mosey on a couple inches over here to my right. This is the Cheyenne. I got this also from another brother over on the hot pepper, David, or maybe it's David. I'm not sure how he pronounces it. He lives up in Canada and in Quebec somewhere. I don't remember exactly where, but these are ridiculous. This small little plant here has produced so many flowers. Most of them have stayed on. Comparatively few have fallen off. There's so many. I mean, let's see if we can get under here and look at all these. Absolutely astonishing how many pods there are. And I'm not just talking like a micro things, but there's tons of them that are actually well formed already. Like here's one right here. That's the biggest one, but there's probably 24 pollinated pods in here that are ready to go, that are growing their own little way. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that one. Heard that they're really good. So yeah, I'll be back in just a moment here with a few more plants. Alright, back again, and this is my purple Cayenne. I don't know if I can even properly illustrate to you how ridiculous this plant is. That's not a pod, that's just a thing, leaf. But there's like 3-4 dozen flower buds on this little plant. And this is one like the Cheyenne. There's another pod right here. Or there's a bigger one than that, I think. Not by much, but I'm pleasantly surprised because I thought this one might go by the wayside, as the basement plants were not doing so well for quite some time. And even this one, now this is the other purple Cayenne, this is almost caught up to its brother there, and just a few weeks ago it was like an inch tall. So it's bounced back nicely, and tons of flower buds. And behind me here I got my elephant's trunk, or what I believe is an elephant's trunk anyway. That's what I labeled it as. But you see the the stems and the leaves are really fuzzy, like a pubescens. Not quite as fuzzy as like a manzano or a ricotta, but definitely got a lot of that fuzziness to the leaves. So I'm curious what exactly it's classified as. To me, it tasted just like an annuum. But in any case, I'm gonna go through here and show you. There's a pepper right here, a really small one. And flip it around here. There's another one, and if you'll see right here, it's the big boy. The one I had last year was about 3 inches, 4 inches maybe, that I got the seeds from. And there's another couple pods here. Oh, and a flower that's ready to fall off. So there's probably 4 or 5 pods on this now. So, good enough for me. You can see the triple lobed shape. And if you check out, if you're watching this, then I recommend checking out my video review of the elephant's trunk pepper that I did last year, that I got the seeds for this from. It looks to me, compared to the one that Leo did over at Homegrown Chili UK, check out his channel too. He's got some really good stuff on his channel, and he did a review of the elephant's trunk, and it looked remarkably like this. So that's what I'm going with on that one. Either way, it's a really cool plant. It really bounced back well. So, all right, back in a moment. All right, Ridiculousness Chapter 8 or whatever. This is my healthiest and most gorgeous, aesthetically, teal plant. I got these seeds from Mike over on the hot pepper. So what I'm guessing is a wild variety. It looks a lot like chili tepins, and most people that have investigated the general growth habit of this on the hot pepper tend to think that that's what it is. It's a capsicum annuum variety. I forget what it's called. Something starting with a G. Forgive me my ignorance, but look, I probably have 50 plus pods on this plant. Look at these. They don't get much bigger than this, so I'm looking forward to that. See, this one's already starting to turn to the dark color, and then it'll be a nice red when it's done. Underside of the plant, let's see if we can get a good look at some more inner pods here. There's a few more, and they go right almost to the very bottom, within a couple inches of the bottom. There's some pods and also flower buds, so clump of pods right here. This is just a beautiful plant. It really is doing well. It likes this location. It likes the pot it's in. It likes the soil. So I'm happy with that one. That's doing really well too. Look at it. And speaking of ones that are doing well, here is my Apache. Another one I got from David over on the hot pepper, who I also got the Cheyenne seeds from. He gave me a couple other varieties of seeds, but I didn't grow all of them this year. I got a Ring of Fire variety Cayenne, and also Thai Bird's Eye. But I'm already got my hands full, as everybody who's keeping track of these knows. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, there's a ludicrous amount of pods. There's a whole bunch more flowers ready to go, and a bunch more buds. So yeah, awesome. And I don't even need to stop filming. I can go right next door here to my really good friend here, Mr. Lemon Drop. Heavy producer, to say the least. I mean, just in this vicinity right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and there's probably 40, 50 pods on this one plant. I couldn't even wager an accurate count. I mean, I could approximate, but this thing is ridiculous, and it's not showing signs of quitting. So, and I'm glad too, because it's my favorite pepper. And here's his cousin next door here with a few really good pods on it. This one is the one my son tossed a basketball in here and busted a couple of the branches off. This one wasn't as heavy of a producer anyway, so, but it's still got a long time left to go. I think this one's in a month or so is going to look just like this one, so all good. Got a couple more to show you, and then we'll be done. Alright, so here is my peach blit, and right over yonder is the first pod. As small as it might be, I'm excited about it. And it's got a few flowers right here. You can see. I just had a couple that fell off, but there's a few more. And over here is my pimiento. Finally got some open flowers. Look at those. And a couple more that are almost ready to open. So tomorrow they'll probably be there. And here's my white butts. Both looking nice. Couple open flowers I saw under here. Yeah, there we go. I want to show you something here on the white butts. I'm thinking they're not a stable variety yet. I don't think they are. But here, see this flower? It's kind of blurry, but you notice the center part of the flowers, it's kind of bluish or purple. So I want to pollinate those right now. And over on the other one, look at this. Well, hopefully it'll... Yeah, here we go. See? These ones are yellow. It's the same out at my mom's. The other white bud I have at my mom's has the yellow part in the middle. So I'm not sure what's up with that. If it's gonna grow the same pods, probably not. Either way, I got some nice plants. And, well, might as well stand right here and show you my last one for the day. Here's both my Kori Sitakames. There's some flowers here, but this plant is ridiculous. This isn't like the teal. I've got probably 50 pods on this thing. Maybe even more, I don't even know. I've lost count. It just keeps, day after day, more and more flowers keep opening up on it, and more buds forming faster than I can keep up. I mean, you can see a few pods through the thicket here. Absolutely ridiculous. There, maybe you can see a little better from this angle. But yeah, it's pretty astounding. So yeah, looking forward to that. Alright, well, that's it for this week. I will see you in 7 days. Happy 4th, everybody.